Jessica, hello. How are you?
Good. This time I
Um,
have the camera back further. Last time I realized I'm kind of like,
I
oh
know. I didn't realize either. That's a much better picture. Don't worry. We can always do it again if yeah.
yeah.
You learn,
No,
don't you, with these things,
yeah,
the best angles and the best. To be honest, with you, I didn't notice until I was editing. But it was such
yeah,
a good
yeah. It
pleasure.
was like
Yeah.
literally like this.
Oh,
Hello.
bless you. I know, I know. Actually, I'll take a screenshot from here today and I'll change the thumbnail at least on the other video. But don't worry, it was such an
Ah,
interesting discussion that once people
yeah,
start watching, they won't bother about that.
yeah, yeah. But it's good. Like, yeah, I watched the whole thing again. I thought, oh no, I was doing a lot of like just talking and talking and talking and not really listening. So like I think I
No,
learned
no,
to like,
you
but I
weren't.
think now when you're
You,
nervous, you're like,
do you
and
know
I was
what?
stream of consciousness and then like but did I answer the question? But it's all learning. Like I think overall I felt happy. Like it came across as a, a person, a nice person talking about things she loves, and it's adding some helpful ideas to things. So I think that's the most important thing.
I
So
think you're being really hard on yourself. It came across really, really well. Honestly, you were
oh,
genuine and authentic, and it was I've had such good feedback. It was such an interesting conversation.
oh
As soon as
nice.
somebody, yeah, I mean, you really were. Obviously I'm on camera a lot now, so I'm getting more and more used to it. But when I edit, I'm constantly picking up faults that nobody else sees. It's just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing that we do. But honestly, I promise you, I thought it came across really well. In fact, when you messaged me after and you said
Yeah.
you felt nervous, I didn't realize you were nervous at all. I thought you came across really together. So don't
It was
worry.
very hard. I think they did.
Oh,
But
bless
it
you. No, it's
I mean,
good.
it's all experience. It's all like the
Exactly.
more you
Exactly.
do it, the more relaxed you'll be, and the more, yeah, I think the most important thing is that you just be yourself, and you know,
Exactly.
and that you are genuinely interested in what you're talking about, and it's
Yeah.
meaningful. That comes across, I think, in energy
One
more than anything. Yeah,
100%. I love that. Yeah, energy. That it literally is all about that. And especially on camera, that really does come across. No,
yeah,
you've got absolutely nothing to be concerned about. But I do understand the video that, like I said, I didn't notice it myself because I was so engrossed in what you were saying. But today that is a much nicer
I'm like, this time I'm
setup.
gonna learn like get less intimate. So,
Oh, it's okay. But no, I'll take today's screenshot because you're looking lovely. So I'll
oh,
use
thanks.
that for the other video as well. Well. I'm really
Uh,
excited to chat
yeah,
to you because you have come up with a program on the back end of our discussion, or on the back end of your experience, predominantly, but obviously it's coming after the discussion that you and I had about your experience with two frozen shoulders. I didn't even realize that was possible. You poor thing. And you've come out with a program to help other ladies who are going through
yeah,
that. So I really
yeah,
want to, yeah.
yeah.
So I
That
want to
I
hear
mean,
more about it.
yeah. No, I just thought that because one of the things I think that happens going through the process of having a frozen shoulder is because it takes so long, people can feel a bit isolated in the
Yeah,
experience after time because it's only home so many times, you're out with your friends, oh yes, my shoulder again, or your partner, or it's like people lose it's not they lose interest, but they lose the ability to kind of be there to just listen. And I think
yeah,
sometimes one of the most important things is just to have a space where you're heard. You can talk about your triumphs and your struggles and the whole process of what it's like living with it day in, day out, especially through the particularly painful first phase, and also in the phase where you've still got limited movement. It might be
yeah,
less painful, but you still can't do the things you were doing, the normal everyday things around the house or your job, or you feel very restricted. And that can affect everything from your relationships to your work to your mood. It's like I wanted to provide a space where a group of people could get together and really go into those things and have a space, a safe space to talk about all of that and to be heard by other people, to be held kind of in a safe environment where they've
Yeah.
got that opportunity to really talk about what it's like to live with day to day. But also, because it's such a fascinating topic and I love diving into the research, it's also
Yeah.
good for people to have a general idea of the latest research and what we understand about frozen shoulder, what things you can do in your life to make the recovery faster and easier, and perhaps what things were underlying the frozen shoulder in the first place. I mean, we know now that it's not really just a shoulder issue. It's a systemic issue.
Mm.
And one of the things, it's more common in women going through menopause because of the dropping of
Yeah.
estrogen, which also affects all of the other systems, like your metabolic system, your inflammatory system. Your sleep becomes disruptive. There's perhaps extra stress in people's lives around that time. So there's chronic kind of cortisol disruption. So there's a lot of things that kind of are underlying what might have brought on a particular person's frozen shoulder. They might be slightly different, but there are underlying systemic things that are really interesting to talk about. And they're things people can do something about,
Yes.
in terms of, dysregulated nervous system. Like there are things we can do. We can talk about meditation, breathing exercises. There are things you can do, anti-inflammatory eating. There are all sorts of things as a group we can talk about and help each other, like perhaps introduce into the recovery process. Or sometimes the recovery process is just being there, just people being there, not doing anything, just being a safe space. That also helps with the emotional regulation and the system feeling kind of safer to recover. I think that's something we kind of often miss, is that your body's trying to do something to protect you. It feels like there's a threat at a
Yes.
cellular level, at a
Yeah.
metabolic level. So providing a space where people feel kind of safe, and strategies and ideas to feel safer and supported in their everyday life is like one of the key things to recovery, I think, if that makes sense. I'm
It does.
talking enough.
It does. No, not at all. Do you know, I absolutely love that. And I think what you touched upon there, because I know that you struggle to find support, is the
Mm.
fact that when you're experiencing that amount of pain for that length of time, you're right, the people around you, they almost, it's not their fault, but they will almost turn around and say, well, is that still bothering you? Have you still got that? Because in
Yeah,
people's heads, firstly, it's not that obvious unless you sort of wince and wail and and cry out. It's not as though you've got anything in plaster or you've got something obviously wrong with you. And you can, I kind of get that people would potentially get frustrated. It's like, oh, can you still not do that? It's been a year, because they don't
yeah,
understand it unless they've been through it. So I love that you've touched upon that and that you're offering this space. Like you said, I love the term safe space as well. I think that's beautiful. And also the fact that you're incorporating all of these topics. So it's not, as you said, it's not just about what the pain management element. There's other options. And I think when
yeah,
you're going through something as prolonged as this, to know that you are going to get out of it, you're going to come out of it the other side, you will be pain free, and you do have options. I think that's like a such a comfort.
yeah. I think that one of the biggest things that I think will be helpful, that people, maybe not everyone will be in the same stage.
Yeah, yes.
What I'd like to do is like interview people first so we get an
Okay.
idea of where people are at, what are the biggest struggles, what they'd like from the program. And then, I have a program kind of set out, but it's not set in stone because
Okay.
no group is the same, no person is the same. So the idea is to sort of build it around what people are asking for or what are needing. And also, if there are people in slightly different phases, it's like it's just seeing that, oh, they've come out
Yeah.
of that stage,
Yeah.
or, there's some kind of, you know, there's always funny stories to
Of
tell
course.
about,
Yes.
even though it's painful, there's kind of, the zingers, and,
Yeah.
people can tell kind of stories about little successes. And so it's like, I don't want it to be a doom and gloom environment where it's, oh, this is so painful and it goes for so long and we're never going to recover. The idea is that no, we will recover and we're going to help each other. And we're going to learn new things along the way that will support recovery and perhaps support a different life at the other end as
Yes.
well. Looking
Yeah.
after the system more, understanding it, being able to advocate for yourself with your doctors. Because often people go in and they don't have enough information and they're there for 5 minutes and they go away feeling
Exactly.
unheard. So if
Yes.
you have more information and you're like, okay, I'd really like to get some tests and see how I am metabolically, am I
Mm.
pre-diabetic? Is there other things? Is my thyroid okay? Having the information, you're armed to then to look out for yourself, and that's empowering too. If you come in not just saying, oh, the doc, oh, it's in the shoulder and here's physio and here's some pain medicine, okay, I've been researching this and I know that this is a systemic issue. Can we do some tests to look at these things, my thyroid, insulin resistance, leptin resistance, all of these things, so people are better informed with their own journey.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely does. That's really interesting. That I loved how you also said about different people will potentially be at different stages, so they can almost learn from each other and they can see, oh, okay, so you're in that phase, and yeah, and the sharing of the stories that's going to work really, really well. How many people would you like in the group?
I think four would be a good
Yeah, nice,
minimum, and
small little number. Yeah.
maybe up to six. I think if it's any more than six people, then the idea of it is there's a space to be heard. Each
Yeah.
person has, or
Yeah.
people can. It's not that you have to talk. I mean,
Yeah.
some people would just like to sort of listen more and then be part of it at different phases of the 3 month program. Um, but now I've lost my train of thought.
No, we were just talking
Uh,
about how many people. You said about
yes,
four to six, just so it's
yeah.
nice and intimate. Everybody has a voice.
Yeah, I think that's important rather than sort of a big group of like 10
I think so.
people or
Yeah,
something.
no, I think so too. That will, as I said, nice and intimate. So you just said it's 3 months, and
Yeah, 3 months, and because this is something new that I'm
mm,
developing, like
yes,
I want it to be no cost. So there'd be
okay,
no cost to it. But the idea is that the group is helping me as
yeah,
well to fine tune it,
yes,
to see what works, what doesn't work. So, the people who come, I really want them to be engaged in it, to like
yeah,
come to be able to say, okay, I can come to the sessions, to be engaged in the handouts and the things that the tools,
yeah,
and they give me feedback about what's working and what not working, so that I can keep developing it. So that's why it's free for this first program.
yeah.
Was
But
that
you're
really
calling it a
understand?
pilot. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like a pilot to
yeah,
see how it works. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to be learning a whole lot of things from people as well, what's worked for them and what hasn't worked for them. So it's like a reciprocal kind of
sure,
thing that we're all learning together, but I'm providing some kind of structure to it with
yes,
this sort
yes,
of the coaching and the psychology background and you know the deep
yeah.
diving into
The
research.
deep
But
diving,
I
yeah,
can, help present the information in a way that's, you know, absorbable and useful,
yeah.
so yeah, so I'm really excited about it. I think
Yeah, I
it's
think it sounds fantastic. And how do you sort of envisage it panning out? Are there going to be like video sessions and emails, and because you mentioned handouts and things?
yeah, I think the one-on-one session to start with, which would be a video
Yes,
session.
yeah,
And then that information will help shape the course. I mean, I have a PDF of the whole,
yes,
more or less the idea, but things are flexible.
mm,
And so yes, so and then the coaching sessions be twice a month.
hmm,
They're actually live group sessions.
okay,
And then in between that, we'll have perhaps a Facebook group or something where
yeah,
we can keep in touch with each other
yeah,
and share information. And I'll provide lots of handouts and ideas and links to videos. I mean, there's a lot of really interesting stuff out there from experts.
Mm.
So I've got a few things that I use that were really helpful that I can then share with the group, and they can share things with each other. And so the
Yeah.
idea is that we develop a kind of a little support system within it with the coaching and the structure as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I think it's great. And you're calling it Frozen Shoulder Warriors, which is a great name.
Yeah,
Because you are
I know.
a warrior. You are. You've had
Yeah,
two
yeah, I think, yeah, having two of them,
at the
two
same
at the
time.
same time, you kind of have to be a bit of a warrior to sort of
Yeah.
get through it. But I think I liked that term because I don't know, I'm fascinated with the Vikings and Lagertha and
Oh,
strong
great.
women.
So it's
And
really it's a personal term to you as well. Oh, I
yeah, it's
like that.
kind of a
Yeah.
personal thing. At the end of it, despite all of the pain, and it is very painful, and all of the struggle and the time and everything, I learned so much from the process. And, I put in place things in my life that made my life better afterwards,
Yes.
you know. And I kind of felt strong afterwards.
Mm.
When you start going back to lifting weights or doing exercise, it's like you watching these poor muscles that were a bit
Yeah.
skinny for a while because they don't get worked, getting bigger and bigger and feeling stronger and stronger. So I think maybe it's about turning into a kind of warrior version of yourself that like after you've been through this, you can handle anything. So
Yeah. Yeah,
so I like
exactly. And
that kind of idea.
that's a
Mm.
great message to share, that you'll be lifting weights again. I mean, that alone is a huge incentive and huge encouragement for people. Because when you're right in the thick of it, in that pain, you probably think you'll never be able to lift anything again, let alone weights.
Yeah. So no, I think I like the term warrior.
Yeah.
Although I don't want it to be like we're kind of fighting against our body.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a warrior more in the terms of the resilience and the empowerment
Yeah.
and the changes you can make in your life. Because I think part of the frozen shoulder experience is our body's telling us something. It's
Mm.
not just doing this randomly. It's like
Yeah.
there are underlying things that have maybe been unbalanced for a while, and your body's like it kind of shutting down the whole shoulder. It's like it's an over aggressive reaction, but it's talking to you.
Mm.
So it's not about kind of fighting your body, it's about listening to the whispering and then putting in place things that are supporting the body to recover and
Yeah.
supporting yourself to have a better, fuller life afterwards as well. Really
Yes, exactly.
looking after your body, looking after your sleep, looking after your emotional health.
Mm.
Those things, I think it's a journey that kind of teaches you to listen more about those things.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Brilliant. I will pop all the details that people need to contact you in
Okay.
the video description. I'm guessing they can reach out to you through your socials or email, and
Yeah.
and you've got a PDF as well, which if you're happy, I can
Yes.
attach that.
Yes. That would be perfect.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
amazing. Oh, it's
Thank
an
you for the
absolute
time.
pleasure. I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to hear how it all goes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're going to smash it. I think you've got so much to offer. And you're such a lovely person. You know how I feel about you anyway. So I think it's going to
Oh,
go, yeah, it's going to go really well. I think people are going to get so much out of it, and it's a really lovely offer. Yeah, it's a really,
yeah.
really kind, generous offer.
Yeah. Thank you. No, I'm really excited just to be able to help
Yeah,
other people through the journey that it really is a journey.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Oh, one final question actually. When are you looking to start it?
I guess it depends on how many
On
people I
how?
can
Yes,
gather
yeah,
together and
yeah,
do all of the individual sessions, and
yeah.
then we can sort of decide together when to
When
start.
people are ready. No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm guessing so over the next couple of months, once people
yeah,
have come back from holiday, because I'm finding
yeah.
everybody's on holiday at the moment. It's difficult to do too much.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, it's exciting. And then I'll talk to you again at the end of it about the feedback of how it went.
Most
And
definitely, definitely, yes. We will have a good chat about how it all went. So I'm looking forward to that.
yeah. Well, thank you again for
You're
this
more than
opportunity.
welcome. It's an absolute pleasure. And no, thank you for creating it. It's a fantastic idea.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon, Jessica. Thanks ever so much.
Bye.
Take care.
See you.